I'll say throw gang. We are joined by the Timbo Himbo, Lauren Schlossman, and myself, the Bourbon Street Big Stepper, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly running of the Good Old Boys, with today's full episode only available for your enjoyment on
www.patreon.com/throwing fits.
Are you doing the New Orleans accent? Because I was just in New Orleans.
I mean, I was trying.
You want in on the fun?
Could you do? Yeah, I did. Could you do the whole pod like that?
Surely I can, Mr. Schlossman. Before we get into saying a racism,
Singular one.
Cocaine Bear, and legendary Nolan's Dining. Let's get into a fit check.
It is just Benoit Blanc.
I'll say yes, sir.
You don't sound gay enough.
Well, I'm not doing Benoit Blanc. I'm doing Jimmy New Orleans.
What's your Cajun alter ego? Your alias?
The Raging Agent.
Yes!
The Agent Cajun.
All right, you want to start us off?
Surely, Mr. Schlossman, on the hands of the legs I was wearing from our brothers across in the continent of European France. Yes, sir. I was wearing
The motherland.
para boots. Then, in between the para boots,
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do
in between the para boots and my feet were just some anonymism socks from the motherland, Japan. Our legace, these shiny, shimmering, they're glimmering.
dancing like a hobo on Bourbon Street.
My hawks is dancing. My ham hocks are dancing. Our legace third cut denims with the foil wrapping. Then on the titties, I got some motherfucking pan moich from our boy Sigurd. Spiders on the elbows, cause I keep it spooky.
Wait, that's an MF Pen shirt?
Yeah.
I thought it was like that ski brand Spider.
No, he just did
spiders.
Yeah, I like it.
It's sick.
It just touched down.
Are they 3M?
I think. I mean, he does.
Maybe.
MF Pen does like tees and hoodies and shit, but this is
Do they?
this was billed on their Instagram as a part of their merch.
Merch. Well, that was not. I don't even know what that was.
Merch.
Merch.
Then on top of that, for the outerwear,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah. Put a spider on that, dude. Put a spider on that, dude.
I had the hilarious named fur sack, also from our mon frère across Le Pond en France. The olive green leather jacket with the suede collar. Hanes boxers. Oh, silver on the fingers. Maiden name. New maiden name. Shout out David and Alex down on Orchard Street.
Imagine there's a French Quarter in New York.
Shipping on. There is like
Lil
this
Perry?
one. Yeah. What the fuck is that?
No, I made that up.
There's a street in Nolita that people call, or the business is there. There's like a French wine bar and like a French restaurant, and they're calling it Little Paris.
Really?
Yeah.
Who calls it that? They call it that?
They call it
Because
that.
no one's calling it that.
Yeah. Lipa.
Nobody.
Lipa. Nary a soul is calling it Little Paris.
Wait, what's on the dick and balls?
Hanes sponsors.
Okay. I can't really.
Sip it on.
If I hear it, I can kind of do it, but if I just have to go raw, I can't.
Sipping on some sugar-free Pepsi Cola.
Or I got to lead it off with I say. What's that guy from Looney Tunes?
Foggy Leghorn.
Foghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yo, that's mean. Call me Foggy Leghorn when I touch down in the fucking French Quarter.
And in the Nalgene is Greenpoint's finest water from the tap. Lawrence, what are you wearing on your body?
I came through choking wheat on the new 6-inch Timbs, which they are tied.
You got two. You got a left and a right.
Shout out Timberland. They sent me boots. It was a box with 2 left feet. It was
my man can't go dancing out on a Saturday night with 2 left Timberlands.
I'm not one to complain about flow because that would be extremely gauche and disrespectful. But I have never opened a package where there were two of the same side shoe. So I had to switch those out for a proper pair.
Some poor motherfucker has 2 right feet.
Yeah. I feel like because I believe we have a list of the right and wrong ways to wear Timberland. Hold on.
I was ribbing you for choking your Timbs, which is it's a hate crime, I think.
In my opinion, it is the only ethical way for a white man to wear Timberlands.
That
they gotta be choked.
Makes sense. I just after spending 4 years in the trenches with Angel Diaz, who would always he was the number one like Timbo choker. Busta.
Oh, Timbo Himbo. Now I totally whoop.
I
was over there. I didn't even understand what you were saying.
Timbo Himbo.
I couldn't even decipher.
Put those Timbos on a crack. Put those Timbos on a cracker, dude.
On a cracker, dude. Yeah, honestly.
On this cracker, dude.
This cracker got on Timbos.
This Mayo monkey's choking his ankles, dude.
I just, as a guy who, when I was at Complex, wore. I mean, you saw me in my.
You're in your goth
in my ASAP Larry era. I wore like black Timbs unlaced, and then I had an anniversary with Jenna where she got me a Gore-Tex pair, which they look like the standard wheat, but like they're fully waterproof. Those were fucking sick. I don't know what happened to them.
Did you ever do? Okay,
I've grown up, and I am no longer a wigger.
Oh, in front of the paywall. Hard W. Did you ever do black Timbs with black leggings and black shorts?
No, dude, I never.
That wasn't you. Somebody that
no way, bro.
And like a side vent hoodie.
Definitely side vent hoodies. I mean, I wore John Elliott exclusively on Fashion Bros. Yeah. No, I would do like a John Elliott sweatsuit or public school black skinny denim stacked into the Tim versus how I'm wearing them now like an actual white construction worker.
I know. I guess I don't really like wearing Tims because in my mind you have to wear them unlaced. And everyone's gonna be like, oh, you wear whatever you want. Wear what you want. Okay, sure. You're wearing them choked up, and not to spoil the fit check, but with the pants combo, it's like extra blue collar stolen valor.
For sure. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing a thing.
But
we're at the podcasting factory as we speak.
My funniest experience with just Timberlands in general was when I was the editor of Complex Style, and so I was assigning stories. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, you know how we could kill it on SEO if we did a how to lace your Tims.
Wait, should we title this episode "How to Lace Your Tims" so we get good SEO on the
pod? And I assigned the story to, I guess we can say his name.
Yeah, of course.
Greg Babcock.
He's one of my favorite people. Shout out to Terrible Trio. Shout out Greg. I love you and I miss you, buddy. An anxious fellow.
Keep Austin weird.
And I know he listens, and I'm sure he's going to hear this, and he's going to appreciate a shout out. I would hope.
He's like, oh, I don't know if I'm he's white. He's like, oh, I don't know if I can he's like, okay, you just here's how to lace him. I was like, no, dog, you got to turn into a listicle because we need the page views.
There's multiple steps.
So he's
versus step one,
lace your Tims.
Do not lace your Tims. End of story.
Tongues out. So he turned into a listicle, and it turned into the monthly debacle where it's yo, complex culture vultures, white boy. Look at this white boy writing about how to lace your Tims, and he had to stretch this shit into
he had to stretch the work.
This was definitely.
Can you read me some steps?
What's funny is that Complex. I'm sure the SEO was still banging because they updated this with new art and a link that actually works. Okay, let's see. Well, first of all, see X.
Yeah, no, I understand.
X unlaced. Check.
And also,
when in doubt, wear taper pants with your boots.
That has not aged that well. Though that's, how I was wearing them at my, peak Timbo Himbo phase.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting about this is that really the headline should say how to wear your Timberlands like a New Yorker. That's right. And I know that might be implied because this is a very dead ass B type thing, but that's what we're talking about specifically.
Sure.
Because I'm sure if you
versus
go
a construction worker,
if you go to Ohio, they're not wearing them like this with tapered pants on the job site.
But if you're down there in the sweltering Mississippi Delta, you never know how you wear your Timballs, dude.
Put a cracker on that.
For an old school look, go for baggy pants with Tims. Tims are big, size down.
I don't know if is that. I mean, have you ever worn Tims in your life as a New Yorker?
Yeah, I had I never had a Yuttas.
Damn.
I had a black pair. I had a Mark McNary Beeline pair.
Oh yes,
with the yellow collar.
Pharrell collab.
And I had a pair they sent me that were navy blue with a black collar. Those are kind of fire.
Those are hard.
From a shop in Philadelphia. I forget the name of it. It was a collaboration. Every day is Tim season, but maybe reconsider. I guess like don't wear your Timbs to the beach. Although
Yachty just wore when he was doing that like podcast or that SpawnCon masquerading as a podcast for his new sunglasses company down in Turks. He was wearing them on the beach, unlaced, I will say. But I don't know. I feel like Yachty's pretty well dressed. He looked cool.
sure, waterproof and take care of your Timbs. Choose your Timbs wisely. I forgot about these slime green ones.
Slimers were sick. Yo, and the famous Jewel Santana Supreme
American flags.
joints. Those are very patriotic. Those are the B lines too. This is good art. Wait, this art wasn't there when you guys originally ran it.
No.
Okay.
Keep your pants behind the tongue.
All right, so I've broken 2 rules already.
But
Or
can
3
Tim-
maybe, 'cause
but-
I didn't size down.
But Timbs can be worn as formal attire?
Yo,
Greg,
hey,
typo.
Mr. Editor, that's on you,
Oh, shit.
dog. That's on you.
No, I was like the high level
Oh,
editor. I was
totally.
like the ideas man.
This looks good from 35,000 feet.
Yeah. Now you deal with the fallout.
Yeah.
White
Wait,
boy.
So he was the main character on Twitter, basically.
Yeah, and I think and it's what's funny is that this article did fucking crazy numbers, and
I'm
so
sure.
it got like
That's why you did.
Facebook, and it would get like put on Facebook and put on Twitter all the fucking time, and then you click on like the author photo.
Well, the
and
Avi is
Yeah.
my man looking fucking.
Gregory Babcock.
I love
my
Greg.
guy.
Shout out Greg. Yo, Greg, I hope you he probably had a fucking panic attack, full on nuclear meltdown.
Greg, I hope that us mentioning this doesn't like give you some PTSD.
like trigger
It's to
him?
hit the natty wine extra hard tonight.
So he just got dragged and killed
Yeah.
by Black
And like,
Twitter.
and by extension, like Complex, just like like fucking.
But that was like, you remember when people would put up like the stat? This is like what literally people did with Virgil Abloh's team at Louis Vuitton. It's like you just throw up the grade composite school picture, and you're like, how many white people are represented?
Yeah, and you know what I
here?
say to that?
And you got to put Angel Diaz front and center with his Timbs
with his
unlaced.
Timbs. And I'll just be like, Greg, you know what? Scoreboard. We're fucking
Scoreboard.
killing Chartbeat today.
Dude, that was honestly, I think the most fucked up thing that happened during our time at Complex was that like public leaderboard, which would like pit the staff writers against each other, where it's like, see the numbers that Greg's doing? You better step your shit up. You might not be here next month.
And that's why you get like this guy spent $9 million to get plastic surgery to look like Justin Bieber. And that's why you end up putting up like bullshit, because you just want like the most grotesque internet-y shit.
What does Complex like run these days? Or at least style. Like what is it even? I follow them on IG. It seems like a lot of like best drop of the month type stuff, right? Like it's
I don't know.
very shoppable. I mean, this is of course the BuzzFeedification of the once great institution of Complex magazine.
Front and center, we got
Oh my
Kid
god, our
Super,
fucking boy, dude.
Calm, sneaker
But these-
shopping,
Oh, well,
a
sure.
lot of video stuff, I guess.
Damn, they pivoted to video for a fucking second time.
Montclair. Oh, I forgot about Yeet. How's the new Yeet album?
Yo, the new Yeet is out, right?
Yeah.
What is it called? Afterlife?
Yeah, with a bunch of like grammatical, stylistic
Umlauts?
choices. Yeah,
Man loves a fucking umlaut, dude.
Watch Bally's Fall Winter 23 collection
Shout
show.
Shout out Ruigi.
Inside look at Kith's second Miami location.
2 Miami locations? What?
MLS is back. Dreamville collab with Daily Paper.
Yikes.
Watch the Gucci show. I don't know who that is. That's a basketball player.
Bobby Wesley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moncler's Art of Genius, Street Style. Yeah, you know.
Damn.
Oh, Drake's like OVO owl in his hair.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I saw that.
And what are all the ham hocks?
Oh, my God.
rolls?
Shit. Okay, I'm wearing tie-dye QC socks. I have on, as you spoiled, vintage Carhartt double knees.
I didn't spoil.
Well, you kind of... to me...
I alluded.
I guess I know when I'm wearing
The
stuff. For me,
vintage
I know.
Carhartt double knees with the Timbos is well, no, that's fine. But like, that's and the hat. That's a lot of stolen valor happening right now. A lot of stolen valor.
Ain't nobody steals valor like me.
Need a fucking
I'm the Bobby Ocean of stealing fucking... Wait, Danny Ocean?
Yeah.
Who's Bobby Ocean? Is that even a guy?
When you think of Bobby-
I'm the Danny Ocean of stealing valor.
Yeah, you're thinking of Bobby Axelrod, which we'll get to later. But
yes.
no, you need to be.
I
Your
got
ass,
axe brain.
your ass needs to be court-martialed.
I really do, dude. I need to be locked up and I need to throw away the key. I'm wearing a white moleskin western. I have on a Metalwood Studio hat.
Shout out Metalwood for putting on the private sale the fucking century with us.
Cole hit me on Saturday, and I'm not going to like share any numbers, but they were pretty impressive.
Yeah, of course. I think stuff sold out. And a lot of people,
the new hat, the
and
black
belts.
logo.
And a lot of people are like, "Oh, I caught before the code." Yeah. Pay attention. How about you pay attention to the Patreon next week and the week, or this week and the week after, if you like private sales so much.
more back to backs.
Yeah, which we're still in front of the paywall. So
Keep it fucking locked. No spoilers. Okay. Rolly on the wrist. Wifey on the fingy. No. Wedding ring on the fingy. Wifey on the pinky. New York adorned in the lobe. Drinking a DC and a Greenpoint's finest. And I've got the GOAT, Tom Brady, on my fucking dick.
and balls.
And balls. Both. No, I just the balls hang out of the underwear. It's a new style, dude.
I got the top down.
Yeah, dude. I fucking blew the basement up.
Blew the brains out on the Batwing.
Yeah, exactly.
The Batmobile.
Okay, let's do the show.
Okay, what should we talk about? Well, okay, the reason why I'm speaking this accent is I was just in New Orleans, but before we went down there, just a quick shout out to every soul, man, woman, and child who went to the Gant Archive exhibition curated by Throwing Fits. I have to say,
you have to say, I say.
Shout out to us, for fucking killing it. And shout out to Gant for doing most of the heavy lifting.
This is going to be so we were like helping them launch what will be a permanent concept event space on 240 Mulberry.
It's going to be like a lot of programming. It's a beautiful space. They did a great job. I guess like everything was custom built for this exhibition, which is crazy.
I was blown away. It looks amazing. We saw renderings, in terms of like what the final product was going to be. You like never know until you actually step foot.
Yeah, and also kudos to Gant for being like, no, like touch the garment from 1949.
Yeah.
Like we want you to like feel the textiles. It's not some like stuffy, Met museum or costume department or whatever the fuck it's called.
Something like that.
Yo, touch cloth, baby.
Yeah, I think Baston is fine. Also, I hope everyone enjoyed the pod with Chris. But I think that he's not only, like we said, a very underrated designer, but I think he gets like that clothes are meant to be worn. This isn't precious shit. Sure, some of this stuff was like very rare, very expensive, and he's been collecting it for a long time, but it's there to be fucking manhandled by the fucking children.
So get your grubby paws on that. Well, I guess it's over. But yeah, shout out to everyone. The event
it's a wrap, son.
The event
you could still so it's just closed now until the next thing, or?
I think so.
The cool thing.
I believe so. I believe it was running through Sunday.
Yeah, I know it's never going to be like a store, but at some point it will be like, and I guess this will be when new collections drop, but it will kind of be like a living, breathing showroom, which normally would only be available like buyers and press, but like people could walk into 240 Mulberry, try on all the new shit, figure out what your size is, then just cop off an iPad, and it fucking gets dropped down by fucking Mr. Stockholm Stork himself at your front door.
Honestly,
I like that. I don't mind shopping that. I don't need to wear things out of the store.
Ideal way of shopping, because then you don't have to carry around a bag all day.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Right? You just like cop a fit and go to the bar.
Big brain.
And you're not saddled down with the garments that you cop.
Just the guilt of blowing your rent money. Yeah. Well, though obviously with Gant, your money goes a long way.
No, seriously, thank you to the people that came through throughout the whole weekend. It sounded like everyone had a fucking phenomenal time and loved the merch. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we can just maybe this is just like step one, because Gant is trying to reestablish a foothold in the U.S., starting with the goddamn motherfucking boys.
And I will say, normally when we shout out the Reddit, it's for some absolutely heinous, terrible thing that was said about us. But I would like to shout out Plain Thought, who said he highly recommended stopping by. And while you can't go now, no longer, I will say, he said, if either of the boys see this great work, as somebody who really likes merchandising, the branding, and the overall intentionality and thought put into something so many of us love. I read that wrong, but he said thank you. And you're welcome, Plain Thought. Oh, yeah, I think he's just saying as somebody who really likes merchandising, which is like who really likes, maybe he's a merchant.
He's a merchantman?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Shout out to Plain Thought. Thank you so much. Sorry for butchering your wonderful response.
Yeah. But no, and I hope like people actually, because again, what it did for me was like diving dick first into the history of John's gave me an appreciation for like the brand and for Christopher and for the whole Gant team and just like what they're doing and the new shit, and like this isn't even fucking part of the sponsored anything. This is just like actually heartfelt.
It was cool.
It was cool. And there's gonna be a version of this in London, done by Sam Utaro.
Yep, shout out to boy.
And then there's gonna be something in Paris
by the cool guy from Supreme,
Manuel.
Yeah, he's fire, dude. I don't know like what he does for Supreme.
Manager. I think he's the store manager.
He's the store manager. Yeah. He's the shit. Great Instagram follow. As is Sam Utaro, obviously. For all the people like James who want a greater understanding of
and thank you,
John's
Lawrence. For I had a little wardrobe mid event switch up. So like we were in Gant head to toe.
This is at the Gant party that they hosted.
This is like the preview.
It's not open to the public.
Yeah, there's like the little preview the night before Wednesday night where I wore like big, just starting from the ground up. I wore big Arlegace boots from Workshop. I don't think they ever released.
I think it's a one of one that you have. Yeah,
but I was wearing big Gant flowy red pants, which were fire with the cuff at the bottom. Then a striped poplin shirt that I tucked in. Then what I had was the jacket that I wore in the last Boys Only, but it was too fucking hot. It was like a true like winter jacket.
The flight jacket.
The flight jacket with with the fake fur collar. So I took it off, But then I was like, yo, I feel kind of like not naked, but like a little underdressed because I don't like having like a shirt tucked in without like a jacket. And you did something very nice.
Yeah, as in typical Larry fashion, I was overdressed. I was doing a denim on denim look with Gant jeans, big old baggy jeans, and then like a really cool like Western work shirt that might be available now. But either way, then I had a sport coat over that, and then the big old fucking bow coat. And I saw you being a little self-conscious about the lack of Johns that you had on your body.
Yeah, I only had 2 Johns on.
And like recognizing a damsel in distress, I was an absolute gentleman. I removed my sport coat and I fucking put it on you, dude. Like it was a full-on Pretty Woman situation.
I'm cold, Larry.
It was, and I think you wore it the rest of the night, and it ended up looking really good with the fit.
Yeah,
it was kind of like what you do better than a lot of people, and I feel like people don't give you enough credit. Which is, I feel like you mix and match things that clash but make it look good. So it was like the bright kind of, not bright, but like the maroon pants with the striped shirt and the jacket. It all kind of works, but it all kind of like stands out, but it's kind of cohesive. It ultimately felt like a very Jimmy vibe, even though this was one of my selects.
Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't normally be a Blazerman, but I had another experience over the weekend that we'll get to, which maybe Jimmy...
Dude, is menswear back?
Maybe Jimmy be blazing.
Yeah, dude. Hashtag menswear. Is it back? Find out on youtube.com.
Is hashtag menswear back?
Yeah. I will say that the fit was really good for the after party, which was at the bar that's under 240 Mulberry.
That's a permanent bar. I think it's called The Mulberry.
Apparently, and I don't know, like, it's some celebrity ownership group. It's like Margot Robbie and Jason Momoa.
No. They showed up on opening night.
No. That's
really?
They're co-owners, dude.
Oh.
Along with Spiky Phil, Chris's homie.
Okay.
Who's like how they even found the space they own. So the ownership group that owns the bar, they have the space up top as well, and they like gave Gant first right of refusal.
They were like, yo, Christopher, I think you should, Stove, I think you should give this a little fucking look-see, right?
And what was amazing too, you met the CEO of Gant, obviously we were taking a bunch
Patrick.
of pictures,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we were talking to Patrick, and we were like talking about how much we love the space, and Pat was kind of like, yeah, like I hope it works out. He kind of like gave Chris like carte blanche is what he was saying, and like it's a little like to be continued, whether or not, because I think they just signed like a lease, like
sight unseen.
It's just like in perpetuity forever. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, dude. But anyway,
we hit the bar, we hit the downstairs bar after the event with the Gant team, with the Radical team to kind of celebrate, just like what's been
a job well done.
What's been a few months of like pretty intensive work, operating between fucking Stockholm, Paris, and New York. And yeah, that bar's fire. Like I would like to go back. I wonder
how hard it would be to get into if you don't have like a plug though.
I remember
because there's like a bouncer and stuff, and like there's some like capacity smaller. Actually, it's actually a bigger space than I would have thought with that back area.
Yeah, but fucking Bobby Axelrod was in the building.
That's how I knew I was fucked up, and I was like, holy shit, it's Bobby Axelrod. It's Axe in the fucking building. But then because I was like, and I don't know about you, I loved Billions, and when he left the show, I kind of
left.
Yeah, dude,
the show's still going without him.
Yeah, Corey Stahl is the new lead.
Who the fuck is Corey Stahl?
He's the fucking big ass fucking bald guy. You would recognize him 100%.
Okay.
Is that his name? I'm fucking up names
today. It's
not
like the transgender they them like like
Did
psycho genius. Who the fuck is
no?
Corey
Wait.
Stahl?
Wait. Now I think I said.
Wait, are you thinking of the guy with the goatee?
No. Google Billions right now, and let's look at Wait, what's his name? Yeah.
Oh, this guy from House of Cards.
Yes, sure. And a million other things. He's the new... They were rivals for a season, then he kind of took over. I guess Giamatti's still in the show.
He's in the Batman.
Oh, yes. Sure.
There it is.
Is that... That's not what I would... What do I know? Honestly, that's weird that Billions is the first thing that comes to mind, I guess, because we're talking about it. But anyway, I was like, I gotta fucking not go up to Damian Lewis fucking, super hammered and being like, trying to meet Bobby.
I know. Well, the Gant team definitely showed us a good time because
Well, no. I think we showed them a good time.
And vice versa.
Okay, sure.
Because I had some travel the next day, and it was one of those situations like, all right. Like, it's 10 o'clock, event's over. Like, okay, I'll have,
Sure.
hang out for another hour.
One martini.
Oh shit! Like okay, whatever. I'll get. It was an early flight. It was like a 5:30 a.m. wake up, maybe
really?
6.
Wait,
yeah.
well, what was the airport? JFK or LaGuardia?
JFK.
Oh, okay. You need a little more time and rush.
I was like, all right, like okay, 4 hours, whatever. I'll just fucking vamp life. Let's do this. And then it was just like to the point where it's just like, I still thought I could make it, but then when I was like getting into bed and I spilled an entire Nalgene in my bed. That's when I was kind of
Wait,
like,
you baptized yourself?
I know.
Wait, when you were getting in, or when you were like trying to get up, or what?
Like, no, when I was like getting in, or just
So-
like
so
when I was
did
trying to
you
like get, when I was just trying to drink some water like next to my bed.
So did you just sleep in a fucking puddle?
It was just one corner. Yeah, I had some wet sleep.
I love this because I am hearing this story for the first time with the audience. Because you were like, I'm just gonna tell you on pod. 'Cause
Yeah.
At many points, at least like a handful of times during the night. Let's say 3 times. I checked in with you. And I was like, bro. Your flight, because I thought your flight was at 9. I didn't realize you had to I didn't do the reverse. I didn't reverse engineer the wake up time. I just knew you had a 9 a.m.
It was 9 a.m. It was like an 8:45 flight, so it's like wake up at 6:30, bounce at 7, get there at 7:30, 7:45. But no, it was like
I asked you. I was like, "Are you sure you're good, bro? Are you sure you're good?"
And I'm normally this is literally the first flight I've ever missed. No matter what,
Really?
No matter what the circumstances, whether it's like international, like crazy jet lag, being out the night before, like. Whatever, I've never missed a flight.
Damn.
So I was
First time for everything.
I was overly confident in myself, in my ability to just get like a few hours sleep, wake up at the alarm. The mistake was I didn't take the phone out of the fucking Gant maroon pants.
Bro.
So my alarm was going off in the pants, and it didn't wake me up because it was like on the floor in some pants.
I don't think I could ever be too fucked up to not make sure that the phone is charging.
I know.
Which is ironic because I've only missed one flight ever in my life, and I learned my lesson. And I slept when I was in college. I was coming home for, some break, and I slept through my alarm, and I like woke up to a text or a call from my parents, just checking to make sure I was on my flight. Because normally, I don't know about you, but and this is the thing that I think Jenna has trained me to do, which is like a polite thing. Every time, and we'll do it when we go to Atlanta later this week for a day trip, the last thing I'll do is I'll text my mom and my dad that I'm like taking off, right?
Wait, like you're gonna text
Which is
your
a
mom
little
and dad
childish,
that you're
but like, yeah, I don't know, because it's just nice. Because God forbid,
God forbid what?
The
plane goes down?
taking off. Love you. Text you when I land. So if I crash, at least they got that.
Okay, that's fair.
You don't do
but you're
that.
not gonna crash.
I would hope not, but you never know.
Do you clap when the flight lands?
No, dude. Hell no, bro. But anyway, so I wake up to these texts from my parents, and I see that I have slept through my flight from Greensboro Airport. And at the time, I was like, okay, like, yeah, let's rebook another flight, whatever. And obviously, I would have needed my parents to pay for that at the time as a broke college kid. Yeah. I'm not going to comment on the fact that you missed it because we've moved past that and we're better.
We have, yeah.
And my dad, to teach me a fucking lesson, he's like, all right, well,
You made you pay for it?
No, he said, no, even worse. He goes, well, you're never going to miss a flight again because now you got to drive home.
Oh, my God.
Which, like...
Do you have a car?
Yeah. It was back in my driving days.
Wait,
Driving Miss Larry.
Why didn't you just buy another flight? Because you had no money?
No. Well, me? Yeah, no, I had no money.
Did you have a job in college?
No, I wasn't allowed to.
Wait, why not?
Because my parents were afraid my grades would suffer, which they ultimately did because all I was doing was partying as a fucking frat bro.
So they were like, you can't have a job because your
I'm
grades...
not going to comment on you missing
That was
again.
close.
That would be offensive.
That was close.
Wait, go again. What were we saying?
You didn't have a job in college?
No, my parents, for whatever reason...
How would having a job make your grades so
They were like, if you have a job... Because, like, I had expenses, right? Booze, fraternity dues, trying to buy fucking Ralph Lauren from the outlet on discount.
Going to the black barber shop.
Going to the black barber shop. Yeah, those chin straps ain't going to fade themselves, dude. So, but, like, their logic, which is so hilarious, like, this is such a Jewish parents move. They're like, if Lawrence is working, he's not going to have time to focus on his studies. So I got, like, an allowance.
So they were, like, paying...
Which I didn't focus on my studies either way.
They're paying you to not work?
Shit. Yeah.
Damn, I worked all 4 years.
Doing what? Oh, were you like a busboy?
No, those were summer jobs. I had a...
Oh, no, I had summer jobs. Sorry. I
also
couldn't work during
I had
school.
on-campus jobs, too, which were kind of... I did security. I drove the van around.
For what?
So there's a van loop where, like, if you wanted to... Especially in the winter, it was like if you wanted to get across campus,
shuttle.
it was the campus shuttle.
You were the driver?
On Wednesday nights. Just playing MF Doom.
Wait,
The whole time.
Wait, so you would just, like, pick up people, like, out on the town having a good time, and, like, you were their
No, there's like
chaperone?
there's like several points across.
driver?
There's just one loop around campus.
Yeah, but-
with like a few stops.
Do you ever pick up the homies and they're like, oh, fucking Jimmy, let me drive, bro?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Yo, Ghost ride the whip.
Did you ever, all right, real talk.
Bang bus?
No.
What?
Statute of limitations. Maybe we could ask about that. Okay, fine. Did you ever fuck anyone in the van?
No.
Okay. Did you ever drink and drive?
No.
Okay.
That was no. Of course
What
not.
about...
No.
Okay.
It was
So you
it was
kept
like
on the
It was
fairway.
like a few hours. It was like a Wednesday night and a Sunday night.
Ooh, Sunday night. Working on a Sunday night. That's
Maybe it
tough,
wasn't
bro.
Sunday night.
That's Sunday scaries to the fucking nth degree.
But it was a nice break because it was like you stop. You don't study. Maybe it wasn't Sunday night actually. Whatever. This is just one semester.
If you don't want to study, just do like me. Don't study.
Yeah, but then you make money. That was one semester.
Sure,
Another job that was fire was I worked on the groundskeeping crew. That was fire.
So you were a fucking Caddyshack. Dude.
I would like mow the lawn. I would like tend to the greenhouse. I would like pick up like clippings and cuttings and shit. But just drive a golf cart
So
or
you
on
were
campus.
basically doing community service.
Yeah, but just driving a golf
paid.
cart, or on campus. It was like
That's cool.
The cosmetic groundskeepers. It wasn't like the greenhouse that like grew like specimens for the.
So
fucking
like low key
science
at Vassar, you were powerful because of your fleet of vehicles.
lab. Yeah. Damn, what were my other
what
jobs?
shenanigans did you get up to with the golf cart? You must have been drinking and driving with that.
No,
Really?
That was during the day.
You
but
were
like,
like crushing a couple cold ones behind the gazebo and then whipping
no, it was
that
me.
shit
It was
around,
me. It was me
trying
and like
to holler at some birds.
it was me and two like guys in their 60s that were like. They're like, yeah, we went to SUNY New Paltz. We would sell weed. We would sell fake weed to the Vassar kids.
Okay.
Like you fucking like
But
gay libtards, which were like, they were the mans, and they were like wearing. They were wearing like hard fits, like
Right.
getting fucking blue collar fits off.
Wait, were you guys tight? You and the boys?
Yeah.
Damn. All right. What were their names? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
Were they old white men, like old hippies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not old hippies, but like kind of like
so SUNY
gruff.
New Paltz to me is. I'm thinking of
Like-
Stony Yonta. Sorry.
Yeah, Stony Yonta, where my dad went.
Yeah.
They were like kind of gruff, but like good natured guys that were like, yeah, like,
meant
we got,
well.
that we got sweet jobs at Vassar College. Like we fucking won life. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
For a guy that grew up in fucking SUNY New Paltz.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, shout out to those. I wonder if they're alive.
Probably. They're probably pretty old now.
Do you think they're still doing that?
No, I mean they had like wiry old man strength.
Okay,
but I don't think
respect.
they're like. I'm sure they hit their pension and they're just like, I'm
I was
out.
gonna say, I wonder if Vassar has a pension for groundkeepers. That'd be very convenient.
Probably
For the
very
homies.
progressive.
Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, yes, I didn't work. So my dad, to teach me a lesson, made me fucking drive back, which at the time, I don't know, that's like somewhere between, depending on like, it's 8 to 12 hours, 8 to 10 hours, something like
You
that.
did all at once.
Yeah, of course, bro. What do you, I'm gonna for an 8-hour, 10-hour trip. I'm not gonna
By
stay
yourself?
overnight. By my lonesome. And the worst
Oh, this is before podcasts.
Yes, this was before they invented podcasts. And the worst part about this was that then I also had to fucking drive back. So it was like, but then my dad was like, "You will never miss another flight. I'm going to teach you."
And you've
a
never missed
lesson."
one.
And I have since never missed another flight. Shout out Bill Schlossman. That lesson fucking stuck with me.
What was your whip in college?
It was a Volkswagen. Well, I had two whips. I had a
simultaneously.
Well, because when I was 18 as a senior and I was driving myself to and from high school, I got a Volkswagen Golf.
Fire.
Two-door
That's
Golf.
like the-
not a GTI.
That's
but
like the basic bitch Jetta, right?
No,
It's like
Jetta,
small-
Jetta is a basic bitch Jetta. It's a two-door smushed Volkswagen hatchback. So I had the black.
Oh, yeah,
I had
yeah.
the black
Those are fire.
Volkswagen Golf, and then when the lease
Those are
was-
like rally cars. Like
well,
fucking.
the GTI is like if you're like one of these guys that like tune cars. I think it's like a thinking man Civic.
It's like a rice rocket. I can say
but
that.
this is a I'm trying to think of something bratwurst. It's like a
bratwurst.
bratwurst. Anyway, and then when that lease was up and that was traded back to
Leased
the
the
dealer,
Golf?
it was a lease. And then I had because my family, big Volkswagen family, then I had a Volkswagen Passat station wagon.
Yo, station wagon.
Which is really good for shuttling people for parties and stuff in college.
Station wagon, goated car type.
Best, especially in college. Fit a lot of fucking 30 racks of Busch Light in the back there. Bring some, get a gaggle full of bitches up in that shit.
Yeah.
Take them to a frat house.
Yeah, see, this why it's
know the
like you
vibes.
drove the shuttle van yourself, the campus shuttle,
I mean, basically. So anyway, and when Larry was driving, that was my fleet.
and then you forgot how to drive. You
I didn't forget how to drive. It
should have learned how to drive and
never-
taken a driving class in college.
Yeah. Anyway.
I missed my
so
flight.
I never missed a flight ever again.
I
That's
missed
the
my
moral
flight,
of
which
the
is a
story.
bummer because like not only did I like have to pay fucking out the ass for another one way, I didn't know that if you miss your outbound flight, they automatically cancel your return flight.
At
So,
what point during the weekend did you realize that you did not have a flight home?
like Saturday day, and I was like,
Okay.
"Fuck, I need to buy I mean, tickets weren't too bad. I ended up paying double what I should have.
well, so
ultimately,
let's invoice Gant. What was the total?
well for both,
Yeah.
probably like
total.
6 something.
Oh, not over a G.
No.
Our flight to Atlanta's it's 2 flights actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and also we bought them. We should have bought them
10
like,
minutes
last
ago.
week. Yeah.
Well, you were a bit preoccupied. That's the thing. Like, when you
You
go
could
out
have copped.
What's up?
You could have copped.
Yeah, you're right.
Whatever.
Well, I mean, anyway, when you're out of town, I go staycation mode. I mean, literally the only thing while I had another big night, I gotta fucking chill. But I did see Cocaine Bear, which was tight.
How was it?
It's super fun. I mean, it's not good, right? But it's fun.
It's like a fun campy, like 2
I
hours.
said this on Letterboxd, but much like cocaine itself, better with a crowd. You know, it's and then the carnage. It's like over the top carnage.
Did you go see Cocaine Bear by yourself? That's how you know you have a film problem.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, just one cocaine bear trying to become a cocaine otter, dude.
It's like you know those memes where it's like 2 tickets to like Avatar, please.
Yeah.
Like 2 tickets, please. Like what movie you seeing? And they're like full head to toe Navi.
Yeah.
It's like 1 ticket, please.
Let me get.
What are you trying to see?
Let me get a fucking 1 ticket to a cocaine bear, please. I will say, what pissed me off is Jenna. We invited our friends and we went with like a little group, and she was so excited, and she quarterbacked this whole thing. And obviously, like everyone is more or less kind of familiar with like the legend of Cocaine Bear, and it's also Ray Liotta's last flick, which is awesome because like he's best well known for being like the most famous cokehead ever on screen in Goodfellas. So it's kind of like a beautiful completion of his cinematic life.
Awesome, but also kind of sad.
Yeah. I wonder if he must have been a big coke guy in real life for sure.
Yeah, but I'm
There's
just
no
saying
doubt.
like your last thing is this kind of like Hail
novelty
Mary
film.
novelty,
Yeah.
like B campy shit.
Directed by a woman.
No one talks about the fact that Cocaine Bear is directed by Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah. So anyway, so Jenna was so excited, and it kind of pissed me off because I'm like, wait, so when a bear does cocaine, it's all fun and games. We get all the friends out. But when I do cocaine, I'm destroying our marriage. Like, what the fuck? This is double standard, dude.
You got to put on more weight, and then come home coked up and be like, I'm the Cocaine Bear.
Well, like I said, I want to lose a couple pounds, and I would like to be a cocaine otter, personally speaking.
Cocaine twink.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that. Anyway, but that's really all I did. But anyway, tell me about New Orleans.
New Orleans. Okay, so I missed
You missed your flight.
I missed a meal at Casamentos, which is like a legendary oyster spot, which I was
Raw
bummed
oyster,
about.
like raw.
Well, what's great about New Orleans is, and shout out my boy Anoop, who is working on a restaurant concept that's more like kind of like New Orleans. Yes, they're raw oysters, but it's like New Orleans has the Gulf oysters, which are fucking like the size of the Zoom.
I don't like
which
that,
which are gross.
Yeah, I'm not into it. Which
Like-
is why people eat them fried in po' boys.
Fried, char grilled, char broiled.
Dude, a char anything is pretty. I feel like you don't see that enough. Sorry to interrupt.
The best meal you don't see it enough,
what I'm
and
saying.
that's the whole fucking point. And so my guy Anoop, if anyone,
Geyser.
my guy Anoop is working on something that is going to hopefully bring, because like I feel like fucking raw oysters were like such a thing last summer that I overdid it personally, and I'm just like,
How horny were you, dude?
horned,
Horny.
I could. My loins were wetter than the Mississippi Delta.
My balls are swollen. Wait, do you remember the Drake line where he's like, like it's on a later record where he's like, last night I tried some raw oysters. Like he tried oysters as
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
for the-
28-year-old man. It's just always funny to me. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
But no,
but I digress.
So they do raw oysters, but they're known for their charbroiled. They're known for their oyster loaf. They're known for their oyster soup. Like it's been around since like the fucking 1920s.
Wait, you say oyster loaf?
Yeah.
What is that?
I'm not exactly sure. I've had it before, but I can't really remember.
Is it like a type
It's
of...
not like meatloaf with oysters. It's not that.
Is it like a bread thing?
I don't know.
Whatever. Moving
Someone
on.
comment. But there's like 2 dudes up front where like they're just shucking oysters all day
With
and
the
like one
biggest
forearm.
forearms, yeah.
One forearm is fucking Popeye. The other's just like a Reggie.
Just like your forum last summer.
Oh, from
Ripping ropes. dude.
joiking off.
Yeah.
But no. So I get to New Orleans
Late.
but
How pissed
like,
were your friends that you missed the whole day?
They're kind of like, my girlfriend's pissed, but they were kind of like my
Wait.
friends-
Your girlfriend made the flight.
Yes. And she's friends.
How did you get out of that one, dude?
I'm not out of it yet, but and she's
Dude, that's bad, bro.
She's friends with my friends, and like
I
so
would
it
hope
was
so.
it was totally fine, and like it was a half day. It wasn't. Yeah, it would have been horrible if I had like had to come down like on Saturday or like Friday, like miss a whole day or something.
So let me get this straight, just real quick. I'm not trying to put you on blast, but so you guys were gonna go to the airport together. So did she try to get you? Like you slept through your alarm, but she was here to get you.
Yeah, she came by. Trying to get it. Just like
She
just
just couldn't
like gave
rouse
up.
you from your
So
from
from
your
my
nap?
from my slumber.
Oh my!
Yeah, she gave
God,
up.
dude.
Yeah,
That's what you fucked up.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
But yeah, so it was like a weird start to the trip, but like everyone kind of settled in, and we were really there to like. So this is what my friends do, right? Is like last year I was like, "Yo, everyone, fuck it!" I just booked this like baller spot in like crackhead Palm Springs adjacent
We
town.
talked about it. I remember.
Whoever can make it, make it. And then I signed like a fellow boy to plan the next trip, which is this one. Anoop is from from Louisiana, not New
surrounding
Orleans,
area.
but he spent a lot of time there.
Yeah.
And so what do you do when you go to New Orleans? You fucking eat.
Wait, so you guys are staying in an Airbnb?
A sick Airbnb.
Oh, nice.
In like a crazy like
in
old
the French Quarter?
I mean, the architecture and housing not in the French Quarter, in the Marais of New Orleans. Like, I really like New Orleans. I've been there maybe half a dozen times now, and it's one of these cities where
it's a lot.
It doesn't feel like any other city in the country, if not the world. I feel that way about Miami, New York, obviously.
Okay.
Even LA to some extent.
Vegas.
Chicago.
Vegas is its own fucking
Chicago has
country.
like the Midwestern, but like vibe, like friendliness with like New Yorkness.
You're
but
describing
not really.
just every major
But no,
city.
New Orleans is truly like you are never like, wait, where am I? You always know that you're in New Orleans.
Okay, cool.
Right?
I like that.
Especially with like the architecture, the people, the fact that like everyone's a fucking aspiring or professional musician.
Oh, I hate that. That kind of sucks.
It does, but then it's just that's what it is.
Well, everyone's just making it about themselves, right?
There's definitely a lot of like main characters and people that are just dealing with like mental illness and substance abuse.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right, got it.
Like this one guy that walked into a bar and he was just in all high vis, like blaze orange, like safety gear.
Swag.
But then he also
Harry
had
Preston.
But then he also had like 5-point stars made out of like high vis vests that were like tied to his waist.
What? So who's the affiliate? Is that a Black Israelite thing? Who's he affiliated with?
He's a white raver.
Oh.
But he was just walking through a karaoke bar. But the karaoke was incredible.
Okay.
Because everyone there is like
fire.
has some sort of like musical training where like DJ White Privilege was like, yo, those two girls that just said Lauryn Hill, that's Lauryn Hill on the backing track. I'm like, bro, there's no backing track.
DJ White Privilege, a fellow Timbs choker.
Yeah.
A fellow wheat choker. Okay.
Yeah. It's his kink.
So it would literally it was that good. The karaoke was just on another. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Fucking free show.
Yeah. But what are we talking about? But the other thing about New Orleans, which is kind of like I couldn't get over, was like the whole like it's very steampunky down there because there is this like Victorian era was when it was in its prime. There's like a witchiness about the whole city.
Yeah, for sure.
There's like
seen American
everything's like
Horror Story.
spooky and like spiritsy,
Vampire adjacent.
yeah, and like Carcosa. But like the whole steampunk phenomenon of 10 years ago, I think actually came from New Orleans. It's not that like people are holding on to like this steampunk vibe, but like there's dudes,
like every dude's wearing a top hat.
there's dudes walking around that look like Keith Richards, like Captain Jack Sparrow.
Ugh.
Women are like in this like weird like burlesque goth kind of fucking look.
You see any titties?
I saw a titty. I'll get to that. I'll get
and
to
titty?
that.
Oh, my bad.
Great
I
titty.
jumped the gun. That's just what I think of. Wait, was it Mardi Gras?
It was Mardi Gras the weekend prior, and the Tuesday I got there on a Thursday. The 2 days before Tuesday was Fat Tuesday.
Okay, that's like prime. That's when we throw the beads and we see the mommy milkers.
And there's still some stragglers that just kind of like stay through the weekend.
Well, I can imagine that's like some people's, like you're talking about. How do you get to be a substance abuse fucking, homeless, unfortunate charity case? Is that you party too hard for too long, and if every day's Mardi Gras, then
there's also a lot of gutter punks down there because it gets warm,
crust-ass
crusties.
motherfuckers,
They just ride the rails down there. I mean, it's a very poor city. It's a very black city. Katrina fucked it up, obviously.
Great fucking music.
Great music. Great people are very friendly. Great food. Okay, so food-wise, the first meal I had was a crawfish boil, which like we don't really fuck with crawfish.
I already don't really fuck with seafood, but when people make the claim that like when you're eating seafood, you're literally eating like bugs from the ocean, I would tend to disagree as a shrimp lover, as a lobster understander. Like I get why people like lobster.
You have lobster empathy.
Yes, I do. Crawfish for me is where I'm like, and Jenna coming from Texas, I've been around some crawfish etouffee in my time, which is maybe probably the only way I would eat it. But for me, I never want to fucking eat. I don't want to do the work, and I don't want to eat. That to me is eating a bug. Like I get that. I don't like that.
For me, it's like eating a mini lobster. For me, it's more about like the meat to carcass ratio is so low that you're doing all this work for just like half an inch of like tail, and there's really not. And like,
well, that's why the boil is a good vessel because you can enjoy 100 of them.
Well, and you're supposed to do it over the course of like 4 or 5 hours. You're just like outside drinking beers, like doing just sucking down crawl.
I like the accoutrement. Like I love a fucking little corn on the cob. I love a fucking little potato.
Yeah,
but I don't want the crawfish from zero appeal.
Had to do it though.
I
mean, it was still very fire and like all the sides and everything. And like the weekend started like at a very high level with the food, and then just kept going up.
Oh, it never.
The next thing we did
never fell off.
The next thing we did for lunch was another like classic New Orleans meal, which is muffulettas from Central Grocer, which they were closed, so we had to get them from next door. They were just like pre-making them and just like shipping them to this liquor store next door.
Okay. So you go to New Orleans and you're having an Italian sub? What is it?
It's okay. First of all, it's like fucking like a foot across. Like
You one per person, you share it, or what's the?
we got 5 for 7 people and ended up eating 4 over the course of the weekend.
Is it all just one standard sandwich, or is like you have a number one, I'm gonna get number two?
It's one sandwich.
So what is on it?
It's like salami.
Okay, like that.
It's like 2 meats,
soppressata.
provolone, Swiss, and like a chopped olive salad on this like very.
Okay.
It's not what the fuck is it? It's just like a very thick, delicious bread.
Ciabatta?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, my mouth is fucking watering.
But that's
and they keep for a week.
Wait. Oh, it's because of all the nitrates in the meat, dude.
I think that this is something that like this is what a po' boy is too. I think they like created the muffaletta for like guys just sailing up and down the Mississippi. It's like, yo, here's like a fucking week's worth of food
on a riverboat.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, but that to me seems like a thing that, okay, I understand that's probably a regional delicacy, but like there's no chance that there isn't a sandwich in New York that's similar style that's not better than that, right? Because we have Italians.
It's fucking different.
Motherfucker.
It's a different muff. I don't know. It's just different.
I guess it's like it seems like a fun group activity since you need like a whole crew to take down a sandwich.
I mean, and then, like we would, like come back like late night after drinking and like cut yourself like a sliver.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. It's like having a big sub.
Okay. Yeah, party sub.
I don't know. It's different. I don't exactly know what it is. It might just be like the olive kind of like top and nod that they throw on there, or like the bread interacting with like the meat and cheese. It's definitely different. And like
the bread and meat interaction.
Yeah. The point of engagement. And I've had Central Grocery is like
call me muffaletta the way I interact with this bread
and this meat.
Call me a baker the way I interact with this bread, dude.
I've definitely had better ones. I think that because they're closed down for like they're doing post-Katrina renovations, they were just like making them off-site, shipping them en masse to this liquor store, and then you buy it from there versus like getting it made fresh. So whatever. But
wait, how are the prices down there?
Cheap as fuck, dude.
Okay, so like that sandwich is like a great value.
Like a double tequila soda, $8.
Like that. Wait, were you drinking tequila sodas?
DJ White Privilege was.
What's your drink of choice? And were you guys like drinking on the street and doing that whole thing? I know I'm interrupting, but I'm just curious.
Not like a crazy amount. Like
it was open carry thing is like that's the ultimate novelty, right?
I mean, if like we were on Bourbon Street and like we weren't getting like fucking yardsticks of Hurricanes, but it's like, yo, let me get like a Budweiser.
Oh, okay.
Because we got a Hurricane at like Pat O'Brien's, the OG Hurricane spot, and it was like drinking fucking melted candy.
Yeah, but that's kind of tight.
It was like it was way too much.
Wait, so you're drinking Buds and you had in the Budweiser shirt?
That was night 3.
Oh, okay. So you're just grabbing Bud Heavies and then just fucking smashing the bottles in the street, going to bed.
No, like there's garbage cans and shit. No, but so okay, but honestly the highlight meal was we went to Galatoire's, which is like the institution in New Orleans.
Galatoire.
It's on Bourbon Street, which is crazy because like you're walking through the madness, and that's where I saw the one titty. There was like people on the balcony. They're shouting at this very old couple. Like this like couple like of like 90-year-old people
to get her to show her 90-year-old tits.
Yeah, just fucking lift up the hem of her shirt. No, but well maybe. But they're both on like walkers and like ha ha ha. And then some.
That's so rude.
And then some old woman. Sorry, not some old woman. Some like young woman, like 20s or 30s, whatever. Like. Walks by them, sees the people cheering, and is like, and just shows one titty.
Interesting.
Big titty.
One big titty.
Nice titty.
Nice titty.
A Bourbon Street titty. BST.
A BST. That's a nice little like a treat, you know? Because it wasn't Mardi Gras, so I mean, are people just like showing their tits all the time when it's like off season?
I think so.
I mean, respect.
Well, what I did was I was actually walking underneath the overhang, so I had like the prime perv POV of like, if that's what you want to do, you stand underneath the bead tossers, and then there's people just like the titty flashers are like right there.
Right, you don't want to necessarily make eye contact, but we want to peep an areola or two.
Yeah,
I feel like Bourbon Street. It's Disney World for adults, right? Like, or because there's tourists, people are dressed up, and it's just like it would be like literally what Disney is.
It's like white trash to the extreme. It's like it's so fucking loud. There's just music being blasted out of like not just every bar that lined the street.
Jazz primarily, or like bounce?
like rap like top 40 like classic rock. But then also there's dudes just like with like fucking gigantic speakers on their bikes, just like I mean it's a fucking
main
party.
Character energy.
It's a party, and what's wild is that like as dark and twisted. Yes, like I'm not a woman who has to like get groped when I walk down there, and I'm not there at like 4 a.m.
Right.
We're there like like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. it's kind of wild that the vibes are generally joyous.
Not cursed.
There's some cursed shit walking around. There's an old woman street performer that was like in a Princess Jasmine costume. She was like probably in her 70s or 80s, just deep throating a rainbow cock.
Big old dildo.
There's like people passed out
That's
on the
not
street.
great.
There's like heroin guys just like nodding out. There's like guys so wasted they're fucking like falling over. But other than that, it's pretty
It's a great time.
It's pretty happy. Like people are very happy, which to me is like I'm like, yo, this is kind of a testament to the human spirit, you know? That people are like
soldiering on. Despite,
it's not
despite it all.
Yeah, you add this much alcohol and everything to the fire, and it's not like a fucking war zone.
Right. If another city had been decimated by a flood and then got absolutely zero support from the federal government, who's to say that they would be soldiering on in such good spirits?
It's definitely something you got to do in small doses. Like we walked.
Could you have stayed longer?
In New Orleans?
Yeah.
No.
So it's like Vegas in that regard.
Yeah, but it's like any city you go to where it's like you're going there to like absolutely just consume and be a fucking glutton.
Oh, you're taking it to the fucking precipice. You're pushing it to the limit.
Yeah, I mean, Galatoire's was like, we were like, yo, we're probably not going to be able to go after this. So, okay, so it's like a mad old restaurant. It's from like the 1890s. There is a dress code.
Which is?
It's for men only. It's required blazers.
Sexist.
Collared shirts, no flip-flops, and you have to wear pants.
In a city like this, you need that dress code because everyone is probably in flip-flops and shirtless drinking, fucking liquid Jolly Rancher out of a yard, right?
That's liquid Jolly Rancher, that's what it is. I mean, yeah, like I think the maitre d's were there probably. And it is on Bourbon Street, which is crazy. Like
Wait,
when we were walking out, there were like people that were like
so it's the fanciest place on Bourbon Street.
Tourists in like Margaritaville Hard Rock Cafe t-shirts being like, oh, should we go in here?
It's like, nah, this ain't for you.
This ain't for you.
Wait, what was the fit? What was what is it, Galatoire?
Galatoire.
What was the Galatoire fit?
I wore some MFN pants.
Okay.
I wore Timberland 3 Eyes. Shout out Timberland.
Oh.
Thank you for those.
Oh, I got a pair of those as well. Oh, you got a little packet. You didn't get wheats though.
I did.
Oh, what's the move?
What do you mean?
Are you gonna rock the wheats? Are you gonna choke them?
I'm not gonna choke them. I mean, I'll fucking do the right thing. Like I'm Spike Lee.
Wait, do the right thing? Excuse me.
I said thing. I'm doing my Nolan. I'm doing my Nolan's
You
accent.
do the right thing.
I'm doing the right thing. Shout out
That
Spike
means
Lee.
title, do the right thing. All right, so you got the 3 Eyes, the MF Pen pants.
Alexi shirt, and then I wanted to just do a blazer that like I didn't fucking. It was like my only linen blazer. I think is just like Uniqlo U, kind of like mauve.
I didn't even think about what was the weather like there.
Hot,
Sweltering.
My balls melted. It was in the fucking. It was hot.
Your oysters were charbroiled.
As cold as it was here in New York. That's how hot it was in New York. Like they were breaking records for that.
Oh
that
shit!
Weekend. Yeah,
damn, dude,
it was hot.
I gotta imagine at a place like Galatoire, there was a lot of bow tie type motherfuckers,
bro. And like these fucking jowly old white guys just back slapping. Just
Foggy Leghorn.
Yeah, I'll
say,
boy, give me some more bread. There was some fucking like good old boy. Like,
is that the race? Those
big,
singular racism you saw?
Big slave owner energy in the building.
Calvin Candy. Welcome to Candyland.
Every clientele was white except for myself and Anoop.
Shout outs to you too.
And some of the Jews I was with. I don't know if they're white or not.
Then, the Jewish people you were with.
Yes. Every busboy was black and every server was white.
Scene. I went to a wedding like this in the down south, and I was like, the undertones can't be ignored.
Oh, they're overtones.
No, the overtones was a very famous 4-piece set on Motown. Bad joke.
I'm thinking of Deftones. But no, so it's very much like, okay, just real quick with the food. It's very much that vibe where it's like, oh, like old New Orleans, like oh, like MAGA shit. Like oh, like it's this is where the plantation owners met.
Yeah, for sure.
It's why you go to like Balthazar, and when you go to a place like that, you expect the food to kind of be mids. You're there for like the vibes.
Yeah, 100%.
And like looking around, everyone's got the fucking blazer on. Like everyone has like the navy blazer with like the gold buttons. It actually, I kind of fucked with it.
Sounds like, I know it was racist, but it sounds like a vibe.
I was balking at the whole dress code thing, but then looking around and like after like a Gibson, I was like, ooh, this is kind of fucking fire.
After a little liquid.
Yeah, felt kind of powerful.
After a little liquid racism. Yeah. Wait, so what was the singular racism you saw?
So we were a table.
Besides the overtones.
We were a table of 9. My boy Anoop, who is melanin rich, was at the head of the table. And there was a table right behind him, and some guy taps him on the shoulder. He's like, "Excuse me, what are you all celebrating?" He's like, "Oh, we're just a group of friends. We're just on a friend trip." And he goes, "Where are y'all from?" Which is like a question that we got asked like constantly. And
That's
he goes,
a loaded fucking question.
well, he is Indian American, and he says, "Oh, I'm from actually I'm from around here." And he goes, "Oh, you don't look like you're from around here."
Ooh.
And then Anoop was just like, "Yeah, it's, it's 30-minute drive that way." And he's like, "Oh, okay." Then we saw that guy the next night.
What?
At the same restaurant. So we were on the fucking
more Indian Americans.
We were on the racism circuit.
Yo, for real, dude. I mean, that comes. I'm sure. Well, this is fucked up. Say, I would imagine that growing up in Louisiana, Newt probably dealt with that like his whole fucking.
Yeah,
life.
there's some people at the table that were shocked, and he's like, "No, like, don't worry, this happens all the time. Like, it's fine. Don't just let it go. Just let it go." There's a group of like fucking frat boys that were like either 17 or like 22. They were definitely good old boys in training.
Not much of a difference there.
What?
I mean,
Exactly.
17 or 22.
Like all their hoes were in like
either frat boys or wannabe frat boys.
You're like finance interns.
Yeah, sure.
They were like, the girls were in like tiny fucking dresses.
Dimes? Were they like a good looking? Was it the American dream?
Definitely like Southern belles, but like heavy makeup.
Sure.
Also, it's like, okay, in like 10 years, they're not gonna.
You're gonna look like dog shit.
Yeah, rough. Like the dogs.
Enjoy it now, sweetheart, because things are only getting worse over time.
But the dudes are like, they're like literally going like beckoning to the servers like this.
Well,
which
can't
is
do that.
horrible. And
What?
only to the black servers.
Oh, like
The black bus boys.
intentionally?
Yeah, I think so.
Come hither,
Yeah.
boy type shit.
Yikes.
That's not.
Is
great.
that the episode title?
No.
But the food, you would expect the food to be fucking mids, and it's like all old school. It's like crab with bechamel, or
Bechamel.
I had crawfish etouffee
Oh, really? Went back to the crawfish? I guess when
because I was like, yeah, it's 1,000 crawfish.
right.
It's
No work.
no work. And it's gonna be delicious.
Some
Had
poor motherfucker did it for me in the kitchen.
Exactly. And
Wait, it was good?
the food was fucking phenomenal.
Expensive? Or awesome?
No.
Because like this is family.
No, we all had like maybe like 3 drinks a piece, and it was not expensive. Like I think sub $100 a person.
What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
there's
And this is the nicest place on Bourbon Street.
fried
With
egg.
a fucking dress
It
code.
was like fried eggplant stuffed with crab meat and like oh my god, it was. Oh, we finally had oysters Rockefeller,
Oh, hell yeah.
which the topping is parsley, lemon, caper, maybe anchovy, some ketchup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what else. There was another ingredient in there that was so fucking good. My mouth is just watering.
Oysters Rockefeller is another solid way to do
Classic.
oysters.
Yeah. But yeah, and then what do we do? And then I don't know what
I
else
saw
we
you
do.
got po' boys on IG.
Oh, we got po' boys.
Can we talk po' boys real quick?
Yeah.
What's your go-to po' boy anywhere? Because
My
like a lot of
go-to-
people have strong opinions.
My
about
go-to's fried oyster because again, it's
this.
like
the OG, right?
yeah, fully dressed.
Yeah.
Lettuce, tomato, mayo. That's what I always get. They didn't have oysters on the one day we went here. Actually, with the Big Hog, his fiance did an article on the family that owns this very famous po' boy spot called Parkway, where the current owner, his
Heard of
dad was he did a lot of good work for he opened like the city's first like methadone clinic
Shout out to that guy.
in like his 60s and 70s. Like left his very like lucrative job as a surgeon to like go help like people with substance abuse issues.
So slinging meth and then po' boys.
But so she had gotten to know this family, and they're like, "Yo, come to New Orleans, come on by, like, try everything." They're famous for their roast beef. I got half shrimp, half catfish. Fucking gas.
Okay.
Wait, fried
the
pickles,
the
gas.
roast beef, is that like a wet po' boy? Is it like kind of? Is there like a jus involved, or is it?
It's very jus
Okay.
to begin with.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. Yeah.
But the crazy combo, it's surf and turf, is roast beef with fried shrimp on top.
So I go fried shrimp on a po' boy. I've never done surf and turf, and these are po' boys that these are. I've never been to New Orleans. I should say that if it wasn't already clear based on all the questions I've been kind of grilling you about. But I'm a shrimp. When I've had a po' boy, the few times in my life, I go fried shrimp every time.
I do. Fried shrimp is my number 2. Fried oysters, which I think is kind of rare or rarer.
I thought that's the
A fried shrimp po' boy option is like de facto.
really. I thought it was
always
I
on the
thought it
menu.
was fried oyster is the de facto OG. De facto OG. Excuse me.
I think it's shrimp.
I don't know. Either way, let us know what kind of po' boy do you get, guys.
But the fried catfish,
girls.
woo,
Yeah.
also fucking gas.
Not a real. I mean, again, you're talking to the guy who's not really into fish. Never. I would do the roast beef over the catfish probably.
The one spot, yeah. So there's Parkway and there's Dom Alisi's, and Dom Alisi's I think has like more of like a. I've had Parkway before, And this was after like a weekend of just like eating and drinking and like, just two lunches, 2 dinners every night. On the way to the airport, my friend and I stopped at Parkway and I got a roast beef po' boy. Ate it like in the car on the way to the airport. My friend had to pull over so that I could just vomit on the side of the freeway.
Were you
like,
also like
out of the fucking
hungover
car.
at the time?
No, it wasn't even that. It was just like too much food. I need to fucking evacuate ASAP.
Jesus Christ.
So I was kind of going in there like a little like wary, but it was fucking phenomenal.
Shout out to Parkway.
Shout out Parkway, poor boys.
You may vomit. That's their slogan. Eat till you puke.
Yeah.
Not a bad trip.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I mean, the only other thing really was like, let me ask you this.
Yeah, okay.
I know you go on trips with Jenna, mainly, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've gone on friend vacations before, but mainly when I travel now, it's hard to justify taking a trip that, well, I guess I could travel with groups of friends, but yes, mainly my wife and myself.
And you guys go to Miami?
Every year.
You go visit her family in Texas?
All the time.
And you go to like European cities, right?
Yeah. Mainly because until we got married, she had never really been to Europe, so now it's kind of like I'm making up for lost time because it's like obviously very expensive and shit. But I'd had the pleasure of going when I was younger with my family or with work. So for her, yes, when she travels, when we want to spend our own money, typically we're gonna go to Europe.
I just want to know, like, this was like something I was kind of like grappling with a little bit. When you're traveling with friends who like aren't into fashion and dress like regular people,
okay,
and when you're especially going to a place that isn't like super image conscious, and there isn't like a fun get dressy night out on the town. Like you're not in LA, you're not in Miami, you're not in New York, you're not in Paris, London, whatever. You're in a city that like doesn't give a fuck, where it's only about comfort, right?
Yeah.
It's like t-shirt and shorts.
Especially when it's fucking hot.
I felt pressured to like kind of dress more normie.
Like dumb it down?
Not dumb it down, but like
Your
it was
friends
like,
are into gear.
Yeah, but it was like, I'm gonna wear this like regular ass t-shirt with some like Stussy Our Legacy Workshop shorts,
See, that's
whatever.
the thing. Not to be a dick, and obviously the audience at home could definitely relate. Our Reggie is not real Reggie. It's not Reggie.
I
It's
can't.
Advanced, our Reggie is advanced Reggie.
I couldn't be Reggie if I
Should
tried.
advanced Reggie be the title? Yeah. The only time that I actually really think about it is when my wife reminds me to think about it when we're going to go back home to Bay City, fucking Texas, and see her family. Mainly because she goes, this is the one place where she's like, your stolen valor that you think is so fucking cool, whether it's Western, whether it's blue collar. She's like, not that you look offensive, but she's like, this is when you actually look like a fucking clown and a bozo when you're actually in the shit, which is ironic because when I go to those places, that's what kind of inspires me, not to be like, fucking, a nerd about it, but like that's what inspires me to then come back and like, bust out the fucking sea turtle boots from Uncle Bobby or to, bust out the big metal wood buckle. But that would be the one time where like, and again, I'll still get clowned by my brother-in-law. My father-in-law will make a comment or whatever. So like, to be clear again, our Reggie is not Reggie, but that's really the only time I think about it. Otherwise, I don't care where I'm going. I don't even care what the weather is. I'm like going to like get fits off because I'm a fucking glutton for punishment.
I think it's different, especially if you're in a group and then you're like, oh, look at me, I'm sticking out. Like that's main character shit. When you're with a duo and when you can like kind of coordinate your shit, that's different than being like in a group.
How many duos are you coordinating with besides me? Is there another guy?
No, if you're like my girlfriend, like if it's just the two of us. But if there's like there's 9 of you, like I'm gonna fucking try and like play the background a little bit. And I don't want to be the guy that's like setting the tone or like going above and beyond or like fucking playing over here while everyone's over here.
Stepper.
Yeah. Boyman Street big stepper.
I guess when I go home and I see my friends back in Jersey, I'm more cognizant. Like if, I know that I'm going to be out with those dudes, maybe it's more of just like a low-key thing. But even that, again, is like someone might comment about, last time it was like people seeing the piercing for the first time. That's not something that like, has anything to do with what I'm wearing, but is part of like, the look. And that's like, you're a fucking idiot.
And don't get me wrong.
Yep, I know.
There's plenty of people that fucking dress crazy in New Orleans.
Oh, I mean, that's the thing. I'm surprised you didn't ham it up more.
At a certain point, I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm on our like going out night. I wore the Budweiser shirt, which is a phenomenal shirt.
Probably, I would say, the king of beers and the king of novelty shirts.
The cut on it is fantastic.
Well, we looked up. I have the same one, and we looked it up. It's like it's spandex and polyester,
and 20%
It's a
cotton.
piece of shit.
No, but the cut and the fit and the way it sits on me, I fucking love it.
You like look good?
Yeah.
Wait, it's basically what I like about it, and again, this is weird that like Budweiser ahead of the curve. Most novelty shirts like that, whether it's promotional merch or a fucking shirt from an actual brand, our camp collars, right? Especially these days. That shit is not a campy.
I think it's a fake Hawaiian because it has the fake wooden buttons.
Yeah,
it's
but
not a camp.
but Hawaiian shirts by tradition.
don't
No,
think so.
about what's the brand that invented them? That
Rain Spooner?
Rain Spooner. Those are all.
Are they?
They're camps. Yeah,
I
brother.
have a few from them that aren't campies.
It's like anyway. I'm with you. I typically wear it. I'll wear it to like the beach when I go to North Carolina and like. But
Well, it's great because you go to the bar and like, what do you want? You're like, what do you think?
Yeah, come on.
One Coors Light, please.
Use your fucking brain, bro. I'm not coming through asking for a silver bullet in the Budweiser all over print.
I did end up at the club in a situation
In the Budweiser shirt.
in the Budweiser shirt where like I was definitely like my crew was definitely the least melanin broke boys at this party.
Oh,
you know
the
what
music
I mean?
must have been incredible.
The music was incredible.
Is it like a club or is it like a jazz club? What do you mean?
No, it was like a club. I was fucking. I've never Shazammed so much fire tunes. I'm gonna make one of them in the outro music. Probably either Stone Cold Jizzle or BBG Badoozy, I think his name is.
I feel like with New Orleans rap music, everyone obviously thinks about Cash Money, and then there's obviously like Bounce and Big Freed and all
BBG Boozilla.
that. My favorite non Lil Wayne, non-Cash Money, non-bounce is Baby Boy to Prince, The Way I Live. This is the way you don't know that song? Oh my god, fucking banger.
But,
Little boy still pushing big wheels.
I
stack my money, lay low and chill.
No.
You've never heard the song?
I don't
Fire
think so.
song.
Well, Stone Cold Jizzle, Yup, or Water is going to be the outro
Stone
music.
Cold Jizzle?
Stone Cold Jizzle.
So that's a cool name.
Yeah, and like it was one of these things where I'm like, what song is this?
That's 3 names is a lot. Three words in a name is a long
What about
name.
NBA Young Boy Never Broke Again?
Okay, fair.
Or just, I guess
Touche,
Young
that's
Boy
an
Never
exception.
Young Boy Never Broke Again.
That's
5 words.
Well, I think that.
But Young Boy's 1 word.
Yeah. Okay. So 4. I mean, but that's.
Or it's a portmanteau.
I think that's not a portmanteau.
It's a portmanteau.
A portmanteau actually.
I know.
Is
it's like a cronut.
No, Fanute the Coupe. That was a portmanteau. Fanute, which is not. Anyway. Okay, so Stone Cold Jizzle will be the outro.
Stone Cold Jizzle, Water, or Yup. But yeah, it was like we were at
titles for a guy with three words in his name.
We were at a very queer friendly karaoke bar, Cajuns, where shout out Jack from Bernie's. He was there with his sister's bachelorette party.
What are the odds?
We were like standing outside, like smoking a cig, and we were like, should we go in? Should we not? And then I see this guy like kind of.
Oh damn, Jimmy smoking cigs. You know, it was a good time.
Well, it was like post big dinner.
Yeah. Post etouffee.
We were all passing around some Benson and Hedges.
Dude, the worst.
Really?
A post etouffee fucking heater. Benson and Hedges is what you bought in London in Manny that I ended up having to smoke because you're like, I am going to vomit.
Yeah.
Bro. Like a goddamn. You were taking them down like roast beef po' boys, bro.
But that was British tobacco. This is good old homegrown.
It's the same recipe, bro.
No, it's not. We got Virginia tobacco.
Wait,
I don't fucking know.
Wait, so then why would you get it? Your whole thing was
I didn't buy them. Someone else bought them.
No, but when we were in Manchester, you wanted to smoke British cigs, and I thought Benson and Hedges was.
Bro, I think I'm King Cap when it comes to darts. I'm king of the hogwash. I'm the head honcho of hogwash.
Okay, nice.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we're in the club and I'm dressed like a fucking dork, drinking high noons, just Shazaming.
You were drinking high noons in the Budweiser shirt? Sacrilege.
I needed to get off buds, so I had a few passion fruit high noons before being able to switch back to the buds.
Damn, you look like
know what I mean?
Portnoy in some Spawn comic. A fun shirt and a high noon in the paw, just gripped up.
One sip, everyone knows the rules. One etouffee,
high
everyone knows
noons
the
are
rules.
pretty fucking good,
Yeah.
dude. I can't front.
But Shazaming is embarrassing. So I was like definitely secretly Shazaming and then kind of like holding my phone to my body.
Yeah.
So that no one could see the big blue ass screen.
As a non-black for sure.
But this was, I'm so happy I
clear.
did it because this was like I looked up the Spotify plays, it's like, 100,000. Like this is some homegrown, hometown hero, local talent where when it came on, everyone's going crazy.
Oh shit. So wait, is Stone Cold Jizzle the next up out of NO?
He maybe. Or it's not BBG Boozilla. I think Stone Cold Jizzle is next up. He has 26,818 monthly listeners. Let's get that up to 27,000, folks.
Yeah, tap in, guys. And then listen to Baby Boy to Prince for your boy.
BBG Boozilla, 347 monthly listeners. That might be a lost cause there.
No, dude.
But I'm
Get
now
those streams up.
I'm now like one of those monthly listeners for sure. And then
You're the mayor of New Orleans now, bro.
And then it was great to see like fucking I Just Want to Rock.
Oh yeah, were you doing the dance in the club?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you were. just with the high dude,
until
a fun shirt, and then
until I was asked to stop.
You were excuse me, sir.
No, by
Please stop.
by like my very embarrassed girlfriend.
Oh, true. Someone's got to keep you.
She's like,
honest.
damn it, I wish you missed all the flights.
Yeah, but you never came, dude.
Yeah.
What a trip. What a fucking trip.
Yeah, I love New Orleans. Great time. Glad to be back. Got a busy week ahead of us. We should probably
Going to
get this wrapped
Atlanta
up
for the day, and then we got next week's Boys Only will be fun because we'll talk about our fucking business day trip, which probably nothing exciting will happen besides the pod itself, which we can't talk about. Big Wet coming this week.
Yes.
Pete Davidson's best friend.
Cooler full of cold ones.
Applebee's spokesman, writer, singer of bangers. Turn up for the weekend.
Yeah.
And then we got the big fucking no-leader dirtbag bowling tournament on Thursday.
I guess it's open to the public. Come through to the Lower East Side Gutter.
I don't know if I want people to watch me bowl.
Are you not good at bowling?
Dude, the last time I bowled, I was shit-faced at the gutter with friends. Dude, I broke 200.
What?
I know, bro.
How-
Like, for real. I was unstoppable.
How many drinks did you have? Because we got to get you that
No,
amount.
dude.
Damn.
It's actually funny because I was going through my tweet drafts because I was like, damn, maybe I got something in here. And I forgot
Nope.
that. And the time that I went bowling before that, I don't know why I've been bowling. I know like bowling is like this trend, which I think like this weird event kind of
Because it's
solidifies.
fun.
It absolutely. The last time I bowled before that, I also broke 150. And I had a tweet in there being like, call me Bacardi the way I hit the lanes and break 150.
Yeah.
I know. But again, it's in the drafts for a reason.
Yeah.
But yo, I'm thinking now. So if I bowled 151 or whatever it was, then I bowled. Then I bowled a 201 exactly. I broke 200. Bro, I'm gonna bowl 300 on Thursday.
300.
And if you come through and you see me fucking eat shit and do terrible, don't bring this up.
Yeah.
Are you
like
good
that,
at bowling?
You'll be like that guy in 9/11. I think I'm like 160, 170 pretty consistently.
What? That's really fucking good.
Is it? I don't think I've ever broken 200. 200 is crazy.
I ended on. I think I ended with a turkey, which definitely like got me over the
That's
top.
wild.
Yeah. But wait, so who? Just real quick. So Robbie said he sucks ass at bowling.
Sham said he also sucks.
But how many people bowl?
So we have a 4-person team. I think Sham and Robbie, maybe they like alternate frames.
So it's gonna be
Chuck's definitely got some fucking power.
Yeah, dude. He's got those fucking mitts, dude.
Yeah.
Damn,
And
I
those-
gotta now. Honestly, bro, because I don't. As long as we don't come in last, because what are the teams? I don't. It's like.
I think we'll be better than Kiki's.
I think
we'll at least beat
say
Kiki's.
that. Could be famous last words. Let's see how bad fucking
Or
Sham and Robbie are.
or
We gotta get bumpers out for Sham and Robbie, bro.
They
Got
gotta
these
get
fucking
the
frail children.
They got to
on
get the
shit.
thing, the ball slide.
Oh, dude.
The kids in wheelchairs. They
Hell
just like
yeah, bro.
roll up and fucking
Damn,
roll
open to
out.
the public. That's a lot of pressure that I didn't expect.
Yeah. Also, it's a really. I've never been to the Lower East Side one, but isn't it really small?
I don't know. I've only been to the one in Brooklyn.
Okay, yo, we gotta beat. Okay, here's who we have to beat.
All right, here we go.
We have to beat the team from Noah.
The skaters, dude.
We have to beat Dime Piece. We have to beat. Okay, we have to beat everybody. Okay, it's Kiki's, Noah, Perfectly Imperfect, Throwing Fits, Big Wet. Gus Dapperton.
What?
Why do I know that name?
Because he's a guy.
He's a musician.
Yeah.
He's like a country guy, right?
I don't know.
Sinclair.
Oh, yo,
Tane in the building.
Yo, wow. You think Tane is good at bowling? He's
Absolutely.
too blunted to bowl, or blunted enough to bowl.
He's probably smoking out the bowl.
So it's good. What? So that team is Tane, Fish Money,
Money.
and then Jake Metzger.
Yeah.
And Sophia.
Yeah, whoever the fourth is.
my
Dime
God.
Piece, Shy's Burgers, Goots, Phase World, Starkman, and Associates.
This is a lot of fucking teams, bro.
No. Okay, the goal is to finish middle of the pack and up.
Yeah. I mean, as long as we're not, I'm not out here. I don't know about you. I'm not that competitive where I'm like, we need a win to prove what.
Is there a winner? Is there a prize? I mean?
I don't know. We get custom shirts, right? That was the whole thing. We're getting like.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
think we're getting. I think we get like.
Winner gets a 6 foot-
jerseys or something.
Winner gets a 6-foot trophy and an ego stroke.
6-foot trophy. Yo, if we win, we gotta smash in this.
Yo,
shit.
make that trophy 5'9", so I'm taller than.
Yeah, no, honestly, dude, 5'10" and a half max, bro.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. No, we got a big week ahead of us. It's gonna be fun times. I'm glad to be back. I'm eating nothing but salad all week.
Yeah. Gotta stay lean and mean.
I probably have gout. Yeah. Any last words, Lawrence, before we wrap it up?
No, I think it's time for Chef to hit that stone cold
Jizzle.
jizzle.
Chef, take us out.
Peace, guys.